All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to get him for a loss of 5. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing is Mariota. This one complete to Devin Funchess. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. And the play clock's running down. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And he gets it to Funchess complete. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
I heard so much about the offense Marcus Mariota ran while he was at Oregon, about how people were just wide open, how he couldn't fail to hit them. But I always said the same thing. He sure as heck didn't miss them very often. Very accurate even on short throws.
Yeah, he can go short. He can go deep, obviously, but he's really good with that short passing game.
Dart thrower, very accurate. Receivers love him.
Bell, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day, get the blocker away, and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
2nd down, Mariota. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Tamahali. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Here's Smith. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. On 3rd down, Mariota surveying the field. And this is going to be incomplete. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. Out of the gun, Smith. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back. In that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down. I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless 1st half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. To throw on second down is Smith. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing on third down, Smith. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They go back to the ground with Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get...
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer, Mel Blount. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, Mariota again. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw again. Mariota. Caught left side by Funchess. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Smith on first down. Pryor has it complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to the air, Smith on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Kelsey out in the slot right. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Smith now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Kelce, 48 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A first down throw for Mariota. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. Caught left side by Funchess. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
This will be caught just inside the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
To throw, Mariota. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Browns getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now it's his carry. Here's Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Dontari Poe in on the stop. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Pryor has it complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. To throw on second down is Smith. Caught left side by Cobb. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Play action. It's Smith. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. This is taken at about the 14. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll give the Giants a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Really excellent job there of just going up and getting it.
Brandon, I'm a defender. I shouldn't be this excited, but what?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 42 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to...
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dontari Poe. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Smith now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Smith. He's got time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And New York set to take the field. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Second down here after the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. Third down here. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on third down, Smith. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, so close, but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense, and the offense finished things off.
Part 1 is done, now part 2. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
What can Mariota do in the OT? And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Here's Bell working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
This drive is turning to an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Again, it's Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And they'll give it to him here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Normally when you put together a 3-4 defense, you want massive people up front who can eat up blockers and allow the linebackers to run free. But how about the big fella right there? Breaking all codes and getting into the backfield and making the play.
So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.